This is TechVibe Radio. It's your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation ecosystem. TechVibe is brought to you by the generous support of Compunetics at Compunetics.com, Chorus Call at ChorusCall.com, Highmark at Highmark.com, Huntington Bank at Huntington.com, the Kindling Culture Agency at thekindlingagency.com, PNC Bank at PNC.com, Savior at Savior.com, and Studio Me at StudioMeProductions.com. TechVibe proudly broadcasts from the Huntington Bank Studios. Let's get the show on the road. As promised, we are back here with more TechVibe Radio. This is Jonathan Kirsting.
And this is Audrey Russo.
And Audrey, last week, we played some interviews from my trip to CES, our trip to CES, the Tech Council, where we had our panel discussion on data center sustainability and reliability. But when I'm there, it's not just the panel that I cover.
What else do you cover?
We got Pittsburgh's presence at CES is pretty amazing. I mean, there's Pittsburgh there displaying things like Powercast, where they got their booth, and you're seeing how you can wirelessly charge stuff, talking to them. But then you run into a company like Brunswick that makes multi-million-dollar yachts, not just bowling balls. I always think of them as being like bowling balls and stuff.
So do I. And so
exactly. But no, they do yachts, $2 million yachts.
Are you looking at a yacht?
I am, because I got that raise, and the Christmas bonus was amazing. So I do have $2 million spent on a yacht, and when I buy a yacht, I want it to self-dock, because I don't want to look like an idiot smashing my $2 million boat into a dock. But guess what? Carnegie Robotics technology is on there to make that easy. And so their technology's on display there, and I talked to the folks at
Nothing worse than bumping your yacht.
Exactly. You got to make sure that doesn't happen.
Civic Science was there.
Civic Science was there. John Dick was there. So many companies. So I went there, and I found some of the coolest ones going on out there. So you want to jump into some of the interviews that I've done?
Let's do it.
All right, let's have some fun. So one of my favorite places to be at CES is the Powercast booth, for crying out loud.
Again.
Yes, you guys make the presence here every year. I get so excited because what you guys do is so cool, and we need it for all of our powered devices.
Absolutely. Yeah.
So good to be here again, Eric. Good to see you.
It's great to be back here at CES again, right? Yeah. We feel like I've been doing this forever now, but every year we got something new to show.
Yes, we
and
do.
More and more adoption of wireless power.
Exactly.
It's exciting. You meet all kinds of different people with all kinds of different needs.
I know.
And it's cool to be able to help them out.
That's what it comes down to, is you got the solutions that actually work. Tell us how your stuff works. I think our listeners, our viewers out there are going to be pretty stoked as to how your technology works.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool. It's like magic, man, as far as I'm concerned.
So we have 3 different flavors of wireless power.
Yeah.
Now, most people are familiar with the inductive charging, the Qi charging that's in phones. So we do that as well.
So that blows my mind, too.
I mean, that one's simple. It's coil-to-coil alignment. You put your phone on the thing, it transfers power. We have systems that can go up to a kilowatt of power.
What does that mean when you say a kilowatt of power?
It's 1,000 watts. It's a lot of power. For reference, your standard off-the-shelf cheap phone charger that you plug in is about 5 watts.
Whoa,
so we do some robotic recharging applications with that.
Gotcha.
Very cool.
Okay.
But that's the one that most people are familiar with. What we're primarily known for, though, is far-field RF-based wireless power.
That's the cool stuff,
and that's
man.
the cool one. So basically, we have a transmitter unit that's putting out RF energy into the air. It's the same thing that happens like when you make a cell phone call.
Right.
So there's energy in that signal.
Okay.
Now we make semiconductor chips, and along with an antenna, we can capture that RF energy and efficiently convert it into DC power.
That's magic.
Yeah. So you can power sensor devices, you can recharge batteries, and you're sending that as far as 200 feet through the air is the furthest we've gone.
200 feet.
We did a temperature sensor
It's almost
at 200
a football
feet.
field
It's
there.
crazy. Yeah, we had to go outside in the parking lot just to be able to get the physical space to run that, and it went that far. So that's the exciting one. That has a ton of applications in IoT and home sensors, and even powering these AI at the edge devices, providing data.
Because that's everything I'm seeing. It's like AI on the edge. I think, oh my God, and Powercast has a field where there's an application. This is where it really could come home for you guys.
The AI stuff is driven by data, and you need sensor data usually to feed into those systems. The problem is they're all battery powered. The batteries die, you lose your data, you lose your intelligence.
You've got something that's sending the signal out.
Yeah, you need power. We provide a solution there to permanently power these things and eliminate the need of the batteries.
Absolutely.
Now, the third leg of the stool of wireless power we have is we call it magnetic resonance. So it takes that idea of the Qi charging, the inductive stuff, a step further, where With the inductive stuff, you're limited, right? You put it right here on the pad. It's great efficiency, a lot of power, but you can't move it, right?
It's stuck.
It's got to be right there, and it got to have the alignment. With the magnetic resonance stuff, there's still a loop of wire.
If it's within an area.
Yeah. So think about a desktop, and you have a loop of wire running underneath the desktop, fed from a generator that gets plugged in.
Okay.
But anything then that has a built-in receiver, you can slide it anywhere within that loop and still power the device. And we're talking significant amounts of power.
Obviously, you guys are here every year for a reason, because you cannot get more central to potential customers, current customers, like suppliers, like more innovation. Like,
I'll tell you what's cool. Years ago, we've been coming here for years and years
Absolutely.
now. And at the beginning, it was like, oh, I'd never heard of this. That's cool. It was so wild. It was blowing people's minds, which was great. The questions I'm getting now is, what's new? People are accepting it. They already understand that it's a thing, and they're just like, oh, what's the new thing? Which is great for us because we're seeing the adoption.
And what you got to do is say, get 200 feet away, and I'll show you it's new.
We're showing demos where you just walk away with something and it continues to work. They're like, there's no battery on this thing.
Exactly.
Very cool.
Oh my goodness, man. We're at the Brunswick booth. This is so much fun because if you don't know Brunswick, I always think bowling balls and bowling pins, but they actually make really cool freaking yachts and boats and cool stuff like that. And some of their key technology comes from Carnegie Robotics. And I'm talking to Dr. Jason Arbuckle here today from Brunswick. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Anytime. This is great.
We just get so excited when we hear from our member companies and we see their technology in the middle of the biggest tech show in the world and everything like that. Tell us how important it is in this day and age to have autonomy technology in your products.
Yeah. So for us, our goal is to make boating easier for people. Right, and docking is one of those high stressful points where you're trying to basically take a boat that's floating and tie it up to something that's fixed. Right, and you want to hit the dock, just not hard. Right.
Wait, don't you have a special Brunswick tire? You just
bumper or fender or something.
It looks really fancy on a $2 million boat there. I like that look.
Yes. So trying to get that level of automation where you can kind of go in and say, I want to dock here, hit go. It'll bring the boat in for you safely, slowly, nice and calm. Gets you out of that high anxiety spot.
I can't even imagine. I can hardly parallel park my car, much less like a 40-foot long boat in a very, very narrow slip.
So think of parallel parking your car during an earthquake. Exactly. That's what docking a boat is, right? Because everything's moving, the ground is moving, the water's moving, the dock is moving, and there's no lanes or rules of the road, right? These boats can just come from any way.
Exactly.
Right. So you kind of have to have everything, 360 view. Have to have precise control of the vessel. You have to be able to see things quickly and know what they are.
Exactly.
Right. So.
And to think that's technology coming out of Pittsburgh from Carnegie Robotics, what was it like working with them to get that system in place?
It's been good. So we use their cameras, the S27s. We also use their Duros, their GNSS, and we also worked with them quite a bit for the software stack as well.
Very cool. That's absolutely amazing. So we're so glad to have you here.
Yeah,
doing what you're doing, making Pittsburgh proud. We got more coming our way, Audrey. Like I said, I was on fire.
I know.
In a good way.
I'd be exhausted.
And it wasn't a fever.
Take the weekend off.
I did. You got to, man. Come on. No, so much. Like I said, for us, it's just an opportunity. It just really showcases that Pittsburgh, we are everywhere. Our technology is everywhere. Whether we're displaying on the floor or whether we're part of someone else's technology, Pittsburgh helps solve tough tech problems. Simple as that. And I like to go unearth that whenever I can and kind of show it off a little bit. So we're taking a quick break. We're going to come back with more from CES 2026. This is Jonathan Kirsting.
And this is Audrey Russo.
Go to pghtech.org and check out all the ways the Tech Council can love you. Studio Me Productions is a full-service video production company based in Pittsburgh. It offers custom video production services, podcast studio rentals, and communication studio build-outs. Choosing Studio Me Productions means investing in a partnership that values creativity and delivers results that exceed expectations. With a deep understanding of marketing and storytelling, Studio Me ensures your project will captivate and engage your viewers. Learn more at studiomeproductions.com. That's studiomeproductions.com. A strong work culture is the invisible force that binds employees to each other, to the company, and to their work. It's linked to better business outcomes, happier employees, and increased retention. How we work and where we work continue to evolve in almost every way, yet our human need for connection and purpose remains. Help your employees connect and thrive by evolving your culture to support your team, regardless of how or where they work. So discover how the Kindling Culture Agency can transform your company's culture at sparksomething.big.com. That's the Kindling Culture Agency at sparksomething.big.com. Compunetics is the leading developer of unified voice, video, and data collaboration and conferencing applications for the service provider, government, and unique workflow applications. The Summit Olympus and Evergreen platforms, driven by their encrypted user interfaces, enable powerful and secure collaboration. Combined with world-class support and innovative professional services, Compunetics delivers the right solution every time. Learn more at compunetics.com. This is TechVibe Radio, your front row seat to Pittsburgh's technology and innovation economy. TechVibe is brought to you by Compunetics at compunetics.com, Chorus Call at choruscall.com, Highmark at highmark.com, Huntington Bank at huntington.com, Kindling at thekindlingagency.com, PNC Bank at pnc.com, and Savior at savior.com. TechVibe proudly broadcasts from the Huntington Bank studios. We're back, Audrey. Oh my goodness. Like I said, we're going to wrap it up with my last few interviews I got here. Yeah.
So what's a couple of words that you think of when you think of this trip of CES 2026?
Freaking awesome.
Freaking awesome.
Yes, because this was one of these things where we're able to have honest conversations around how we can use nuclear to power data centers safely and securely, how we can use solar to do that, how we can have companies like Ansys, Synopsys be able to accurately model power usage so the right type of data centers can be designed and built. And this is all coming from Pittsburgh, where we have a long tradition of this. And some people think it's brand new. It's like, no, we've been doing this a while, like centuries for some cases. You know what I'm saying? So I think you've always said the 50-year overnight success story.
Yeah.
Exactly.
We're an overnight success.
Yeah. So I'm going to play the last few of our interviews there just to show our listeners, man, we've got some great companies here in Pittsburgh that we're so proud of. They're doing amazing things, and I ran into them at CES. Let's check it out. CES 2026 is upon us yet again. The years keep going by so fast. We get so excited at the Tech Council when we are hanging out, seeing our member companies on the showroom floor at CES, literally the center stage for all things tech in the world, hanging out with Bucket Robotics and Julia Brannigan. Julia, so excited to have you here today to help us kick off what we're doing here at CES. Thanks for being here.
Of course, this is so fun. There's so much going on here, and it's crazy to see everything. So super excited to just chat with you all.
You got that look of being here for the first time. It's that same thing. It's like it's almost like sensory overload of some kind, right? It's kind of fun, but we're so glad to see you guys here because what you guys do is pretty amazing stuff. And I see you guys in the automotive section here. I think you're in the right section. Yeah. So real fast, just give us like the elevator pitch for what Bucket does so our listeners know what the heck's going on here.
Yeah, definitely. So we do quality inspection software for manufacturing. So we integrate with whatever cameras customers already have, or we can work with you and help detect your defects. Let us know if you're interested. We're here at CES.
100%. Yeah. And first off, you lead off engineering, correct?
What?
You lead off engineering
Yes, I
at
do.
Bucket, which I think is just amazing. I mean, this is where like the rubber meets the road on the engineering side of things as far as I am concerned. I mean, walk us through like how an automotive company would use your technology.
Yeah, definitely.
In order to detect these defects, because I mean, you can detect the defect faster. Obviously, before it gets to the customer. I mean, there's a whole chain of events that seems to be able to happen here. Tell me a little bit about that.
Yeah, definitely. So within a manufacturing line, what we love to do is work with our customers and see where do they already have cameras, where are the super important steps that they need to inspect parts before, how is it going to be more expensive or more difficult to rework parts later down the line, and deploy the systems there. So we use their existing CAD files, so you don't need to wait months or even years to collect all the real data that then when maybe a light bulb changes or something like that, suddenly the model breaks. And so we make robust software that's actually for manufacturing. So we have a bunch of backgrounds in the car manufacturing industry. So we understand how things actually work and are trying to build software that's really actually helpful for
100%. Yeah, I mean, to me, I get so excited when I see what you guys do, because I think about how fast you can train things now at levels that you couldn't do. It would take years to get that amount of data, and your software allows a manufacturer to do that. So you have manufacturers being like pretty excited to be hanging out with you, I assume, right?
Definitely. It's been super cool to be able to chat with people from all sorts of different manufacturing backgrounds here.
100%. So, I mean, obviously being at CES, this is why you're here, because literally this is like ground zero for all things tech. And tech right now and automotive are like peanut butter and jelly. They just go together. And so to be here, it's like, A, you're close to current customers, suppliers, and of course new customers as they walk by your booth here, which I think is so cool. Yeah, tell me, how's it been so far being here at CES?
It's been awesome. I've mainly explored the automotive pavilion, and there's so many cool things going on. There's literal flying cars, which I find crazy.
Okay, exactly.
But yeah, there's so much about the user experience too, and it's just really inspirational to see everything that's going on here and how fast-paced everything's moving.
Anything in particular here that's standing out that you think is pretty exciting or you want to learn more about or anything like that?
I really want to go to the robotics area and learn more about just what's going on there in general.
I'm with you on that.
The demos are crazy.
Oh, no, there's crazy stuff, and it's crazy to see the crowds that come up around it. And there's no, I mean, we were watching a robot fold laundry yesterday. I mean, he was doing it a little slow, but I said to myself, who cares how slow it is? It's doing it for me, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't care if it takes a few hours. I'm at work. So.
Exactly right. So much fun talking to you. So glad you guys are here. Great stuff. Julie, you're the best. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Thanks so much for chatting. This is awesome.
We're hanging out with Oshkosh, which is they have a cool little presence in Pittsburgh, which we want to see keep growing. I'm talking to John Zuka today. John, I am so impressed with what Oshkosh has going on here at CES. First off, your displays are amazing. The amount of autonomy you're putting into these things that help us live our lives every day. You know, from making sure we can get onto airplanes, keeping things safe. I mean, it's amazing stuff. It blows my mind. Thanks for hanging out with me today.
Absolutely.
I really appreciate it. Great stuff. So first and foremost, just tell us, like, I mean, your presence in CES, how important is this for you guys to be at CES in the middle of this?
No, this is very important. We see ourselves as a technology company, and this is where technology companies come to show off all their great stuff. And we have a lot of good autonomy products, and happy to show them off and getting a lot of good engagement.
And what I love is you're seeing like autonomy in places where you probably not expect it, right? I mean, tell me about some of the cooler things that you guys are doing, especially as you're just giving us a little pre-tour here. I didn't realize just how into the airport scene that you guys are. Obviously, with like, tell us about what kind of technologies do you have in the airports?
Absolutely. So we're showing off a proof of concept this year of our modular airport robotics platform.
Yeah.
So think about when you come into the airport on your plane. There's people that are required to do wing walking to bring the plane into the gate.
Mm-hmm.
Someone has to connect power, AC, put the wheel chocks on the plane before any work can start. So we're developing a robotics platform that can accomplish all of these things.
Yeah. It's so exciting to me. And then what I love, because we're Pittsburgh Technology Council, of course, is your presence in Pittsburgh.
Absolutely.
I mean, I guess how much autonomy comes out of Pittsburgh with Oshkosh?
Yeah, so the Pittsburgh office for Oshkosh was identified as a center of excellence for us. So there's autonomy teams all across Oshkosh, but we support them in various ways. So all these projects have fingerprints on it from our Pittsburgh team.
Yeah.
We established it with the robotics community in Pittsburgh. We identified it as a key talent pipeline for us, and we're using it very efficiently.
It's so awesome to know there's a little black and gold going on within Oshkosh there to do these incredible things that you guys do, and then you display it here at CES for literally the entire world to see. Gets us pretty pumped up. At the Tech Council, we're so glad you guys are in Pittsburgh doing what you're doing, and we want to see you growing and just doing great things.
Yeah, absolutely.
Fun stuff. Real fast, any types of technology here at CES that really has you excited, like revved up, like ready to go? I mean, obviously you're at the forefront of this all the time, but tell me, what has you most excited?
Well, I'm most excited about the stuff that we're presenting here today.
Of course, absolutely.
We have a lot of advanced things in autonomy and a lot of groundbreaking products and in electrification as well. So, yeah.
I'm a believer, and I can see why you're so excited, because like literally you're at the tip of the spear on this. And that to me is it's got to be so much fun to have that front row seat, see how this is all taking us with a little touch of Pittsburgh going on inside. So You're the best. Thanks for hanging out and taking time. I know you're busy. You got lots of people at your booth here, so I'll let you go. Have a great one, man. Really appreciate you.
Thank you very
All right,
much.
Audrey, no more CES. We're done. But we're going there next year. I know we are. I mean, it's not planned officially yet, but I'm sure it's going to happen. I look forward to being there on the ground, trying to grab as many interviews as I can to just show off Pittsburgh just a little bit.
Well, thanks for repping the Berg.
Oh, man. It's our whole team. We have an amazing team here at the Tech Council. I throw huge shouts out to our team. They make some of this hard work just look effortless. They really do. And to be part of a little piece of that while attending it, it's just an honor. And it's just fun to see the Tech Council doing stuff that I think I literally see the immediate impact of it when we're educating people from around the world. That room was packed. So fun stuff.
That's so great.
Cool. Well, I'll see you next week, Audrey. I think we're going to be hanging out, nerding out a bit about a really cool article you wrote about Croatia and its parallels to Pittsburgh. So hope everyone joins us for that next week.
Stay tuned.
Let's do it. In case you forgot, Jonathan Kirsting.
And Audrey Russo.
You can find us at pghtech.org. We love helping tech companies succeed. Have an awesome Sunday, everybody. Thanks for geeking out with us on TechVibe Radio. Tune in next Sunday for more tech and innovation stories right here from Pittsburgh. Get TechVibe wherever you get your podcasts and never miss a show. TechVibe is brought to you by the generous support of Compunetics at Compunetics.com, Chorus Call at ChorusCall.com, Highmark at Highmark.com, Huntington Bank at Huntington.com, The Kindling Culture Agency at TheKindlingAgency.com, PNC Bank at PNC.com, Savior at Savior.com, and Studio Me at StudioMeProductions.com. TechVibe proudly broadcasts from the Huntington Bank Studios.